Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.com. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm going through the unpacking of my pre-order items from the annual catalogue, which goes live to customers on the 4th of May, and I have received a shed load of catalogues which I am at the moment parcelling all up with goodies and leaflets and different bits and pieces to send out to all the customers who shopped with me in the last 6 months. They are free, so if you do want one and you haven't shopped with me in the last 6 months, please do just drop me a message. You can leave me a comment below and I'll respond back to you, or you can email me at slimandstylish@live.co.uk. You can head over to my website www.slimandstylish.com and request a catalogue there, or you can find me over on Facebook and Instagram and send me a DM and I will pop one in the post to you. Okay, let me go through what I have chosen. So as a demonstrator, we get to take part in a pre-order, which is a month beforehand, and we get to pick selected items that we can receive early so that we can start making different bits and pieces beforehand. So let me show you what I picked up. Okay, first of all, let me introduce you to the new in colours. I'm very excited about them because it's very rare that Stampin' Up release 5 new colours and I fall in love with all 5. So this is very different to me. So let me show you them. First up we have Fresh Freesia. Next one, Polished Pink. Pale Papaya. Evening Evergreen. And Soft Succulent. And like I say, normally when we get in 5 new colours, there's normally one that I'm not that keen on, but I actually really like all 5 of these. For those customers of mine that have participated in one of my colour clubs before, I will be running a colour club. All information will be sent out with the catalogue. If you don't want a catalogue but do want the information for the colour club, just drop me an email and I will email you out all the different bits and pieces. A colour club is where you get a monthly subscription of each colour, so it spreads the cost and you get the discounts of buying in bulk, but instead you just pay monthly and each month you receive a new colour through the post. So to go with the colours, I've got some coordinating ribbon, Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, Polished Pink and Pale Papaya. And this ribbon, let me show you. Is like our old organdy ribbons, which I used to love, so I'm really glad we got something like that back in again. You get, does it tell me how much you get? You get 10 yards, which is 9.1 meters approximately. The width is 1 centimeter or 3 1/8 of an inch, but that's really lovely. And they are coordinated so you can get the ribbon that exactly matches the colour. We also have some in colour jewels, so you know how I love embellishing and prettying up my projects. We have these, which are different this time. They're not like the dots because they're faceted, so you actually get a huge amount of different colours in them while they still look like the colour that you get, so I really like those. I picked up the inks for the ink pads, but you'll notice I've made a mistake, and while I ordered 5, I actually did only order 4. In my head I put all of them on my order, but when they arrived I got 4, and then I checked and I had missed one, so for some reason I missed Evening Evergreen, and I'll be picking that up with my next order. So I've got all my in colour inks ready to go. You don't need those, by the way. The ink pads come inked, but I like to have them because over the years I use them quite a lot and it's quite nice just to add a little bit of re-ink into them. Also, there is some 6x6 in colour designer series paper to match. So let me just move these to the side. The paper is also included in the in colour clubs. Okay. So the patterns you get are these sort of line patterns with the dots, and then this one here. And the other pattern you get is this sort of flowered and then the check one. Okay, and you get 4 of the double sides. You get 8 of each colour, and you get the same pattern in every single colour, and they coordinate perfectly with the inks. I've picked up cardstock ready to go, so you can pick up a pack of 24 sheets of cardstock of one colour. So you can get a pack of just soft succulent or a pack of evening evergreen, or you can buy a multi-pack which is 20 sheets in total, and you get 4 of each colour. So it's great to start off with, especially when you haven't decided which one is going to be your favourite colour yet and which one you're going to be using loads. So I picked up a couple of packs of those. And then, very excited about this, they are introducing 2021-2023 in colour shimmer vellum. Now, I love vellum at the best of times, so I'm very excited about having coloured vellum, and it's 12 by 12. Yippee! How great is that? Oh, and it does an half shimmer. Can you see the metallic-y shimmer effect? I hope that picks up. Let me just move my light a little bit, and hopefully you can see as I'm moving my light back and forward the shimmer. Oh, it's lovely. And it's still quite thick, so you can just see my hand through it. It's not totally thin, which is just so lush. Look at it. You get 2 of each. So oh yes, everybody, you get a dark and a light. Check that out. So that is the soft succulent dark and light. This is the polished pink. You got a slightly darker one and a lighter one. Oh, I love them. Evening evergreen. It's only slightly, but can you see? Oh, it's beautiful. Fresh freesia. Oh, you know what's going to happen? This is going to be too pretty for me to use. That's my favourite. That's my... Oh. Okay, these 2 are my favourites. I love them. So that is the shimmer vellum. I was excited about opening them, but now I've opened them, I'm even more excited about getting to use them. I suppose that's how you should feel with new stuff, but that is beautiful. So all of these will be included in my In Colour Club. There'll also be the blends and the markers and things like that. So do message me for all the information if you want to take part. It's a great way of getting the bundled savings spread out over a period of time, so saving you money. Right. Now I'll show you this next suite, although it's a bit of an anomaly. It is called, what are you called? Elegantly Said. So it's got some DSP. It has got this beautiful twine to go with it. It has a punch and it has a stamp set, but accidentally I have received a French stamp set. So this one wasn't my fault. I did order the English stamp set, but it came with a French one. So I've just dropped Stampin' Up a message and they're sending me out a English version. So it must have just been mispacked. And to be perfectly honest, I actually quite like it in French. I can't understand French, but I like merci beaucoup. And it sounds very sort of, French sounds a lot better sometimes in English, doesn't it? Look, magnifique. So I've been playing with it, but yes. Let me grab my catalogue and I can tell you what the different sentiments say. So this one here is True Love Stories Last Forever. This one here is Thank You. I knew that one already. Pour vous is For You. Then these 4, this one here is Life Has Changed For You, but my love and support never will. And then these 3 I think are in a different order to what the English one is, so this is just a guess now. This one here is Wishing You a Wonderful Birthday, but in the English one it looks like that sentiment's at the top. This one here is Happy Anniversary, I think, but in the English one that's in the middle. And then this one here is All the Things You Do Are Simply Amazing, but in the English one, that one's down there. So I think I've got that right, best guessed on how many lines there are. but I'm sure if anyone's watching this who speaks French will soon tell me if I'm right or wrong. We have a new punch. This is the Elegant Tag Punch. Isn't that lovely? And I think all of those apart from the long one are going to fit on there, but I love this flower. That's the reason I got it. So really the fact that it's in French isn't going to stop me to start off with, because I love that flower. The Simply Elegant trim, we have it in gold and we have it in silver. How beautiful is that? And it's quite shimmery as well. So very excited by those. Does it tell me? They are 10 yards. Okay, and then the DSP, the Simply Elegant Specialty Designer Series paper. These will be included in my paper share. So if you want to join my paper share, if you joined my paper share last time, you will have got an email with all the details on. But if you haven't joined my paper shares before, please do check over on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my blog. You'll find all the details for my paper shares there. The way the paper shares work is you get a quarter of every single pack for a quarter of the price of what it would cost you. So it's a great way of getting all of the papers without making such a huge outlay. And I do them in groups of 4. So first come, first serve, and I put you in a little group, and then I message you when I've got your 4 and tell you that it's going ahead and when you'll receive your order. So those are the papers, lovely metallic-y and shimmery. And on the other side, there we go. Aren't they beautiful? So if you wanted to buy this pack outright, there's 12 sheets of 12 by 12 with 6 double-sided designs. If you were to go through the paper share, you would get 1 sheet of 6 by 12 of each one, so you'd still get each design. Okay, so let's move that over there because I've done those ones. I'll go through some ribbons now because I'm waiting to put these on my shelves to play with. So we've got 3 new ribbons in the catalogue. We've actually got a lot more new ribbons. However, there was only these 3 that I could buy on the pre-order, because when you're a demonstrator, the mini catalogues, you get to order anything in them from pre-order. But the annual catalogues, you only get a select amount because the catalogue is so thick, and the one that is retiring is so thick, they just physically haven't got enough space for it all in the warehouse, I think. So you do only get sort of a 6 or 7 page leaflet to actually order from in pre-order. So this one here is the textured ribbon. It's smoky slate. But what I quite like about it is if I hold it up like that, you can't really see it, but if I put it down, it actually looks like it's got a wood grain effect in it. Hoping you can see that. It shows it more when it's on the paper, I think, than if I pull it up. But it's got a ribbed effect. So for those of you who listen to me regularly, you will know that while I love looking at shimmery ribbon, I don't really like it because it's hard to put in a bow and get it to stay in its place. Whereas this one, because it's got a textured effect, it will hold as a fat loose bow quite well. Okay. This one here, another textured one. I do like textured ribbons. And this is a woven ribbon, and this is in our new pale papaya colour, so it matches perfectly with the in colour. There you go. And it's got a white rib round it. So let me just grab, this is the other pale papaya ribbon that I showed you all earlier. And that is the ink. So you can see that if you're making a project, everything is just going to coordinate. So love that. And then the next ribbon is it's that word I can't say. Gross grain ribbon. If you don't laugh at me, I know I've said it wrong. Again, it's a rib type ribbon, really shimmery. It's got some silver glitter running through that, and it's in Highland Heather. So I do, there you go. And just thinking about it, that's going to run lovely with that silver twine from the Elegant ribbon, because they've both got that sort of shimmer with it, so they will go quite nicely together. Okay, and you get 10 yards of that as well. Right, next up, I've picked up this set here. So this is the Flowers of Friendship cling stamp set, and it comes with a coordinating punch. It is a punch that has got 2 flowers on, different sizes, and as you can see from what they've done on the punch, it will look great having this one set off to an angle on top of this one, and you'll be able to put the leaves behind and create yourself a flower. They also coordinate with these stamps, so you can put yourself some detail in there. And then here is the stamp detail. Really like it. Now, I saw this demonstrated at one of our on-stage events, not on stage, on tour, sorry. Lifetime of calling it on stage, I get confused. And the lady who demonstrated it used this petal detail here. So she cut this flower out and she cut into it like that. So you just had one petal, and the petals coordinate it with this. So she could actually fill these bits up from the punch, and she actually made a nice effect. And then she put the leaves on top of where they should be here, and it looked lovely. So I'm really looking forward to playing with this and doing the same thing. Okay, it's a cling stamp set, and if you get it as a bundle in the new catalogue, you get 10% off. I will explain actually that, because I do have quite a few queries from customers with that. If you put the stamp set in your basket and then you put the punch in your basket, you will pay full price. Do double check in the catalogue, because there will be a section that allows you to put in one code for both, and then you get a 10% off for buying a bundle. So you need to put in the one code and not the 2 separate ones. Okay, I do have a few queries on that, so just to mention it and point it out. So this will probably go with those as well. I can't remember where it was in the catalogue, but I think it does go with those. These are the loose flower flourishes. You get 60 of them. They are 1 centimetre and 4.8 millimetres. So you get 2 different sizes. And they're like that. Now, turn it around, please, Helen. Hopefully, actually, let me put that on the lid, and hopefully then I can bring it up to you and you'll see. They actually are 3D. They go in at the middle, so you could pop a little rhinestone in there if you wanted to. But they just have some elevation with them. They come in, this is the Fresh Freesia colour from the In Colours. They also have Pale Papaya from the In Colours, and also the Polished Pink from the In Colours. So these will match up perfectly for any of your projects as well. We just love how we colour coordinate so that everything looks the same. Before I became a Stampin' Up demonstrator, it used to really annoy me when I went off to like hobby stores and I would buy an ink and then it would run out and I couldn't get the exact colour to match on my cards. I couldn't get ribbon to coordinate. So I'm very happy that Stampin' Up get everything to match. Next up, this is probably one of my favourite bundles that was in the pre-order. It's not my favourite one from the catalogue, but it's my favourite one from the pre-order. And it's called Pansy Patch, and it reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. You know that song, you can learn a lot of things from the flowers and you have little pansies singing. That's what this reminds me of. So this is some double step stamping, so you can stamp the base and then stamp the detail on top. I'm actually going to show you how this works after I finish showing you everything. So I'm going to keep this on my table and I'm just going to quickly show you how the photopolymer stamp works, because I'm so excited about it. But what I love about this, and this is new, I haven't seen this before, is the inside of the box. And I know you're looking at it thinking, well, why is this different? Normally when we get a stamp set, the inside of the box is just sort of clear. But this is great because there are so many pieces to this stamp set that once I've actually used them and taken them off, I can actually stick them to the case, and I'm going to know that I have got all of them back where they should be, and if there are any of them missing. So I really like this new idea, and I hope it actually comes in with all the other stamp sets. Okay, to go with this is some coordinating dies. I'll show you these. There are 21 dies in there. And for anyone who didn't know, Stampin' Up! Actually do this, and they tell you how many dies are in the case, which is great again for me because I often leave them on the die cut machine. So these are the dies. As you can see, they die and emboss. So as you die cut this out, you're also going to get this wicked embossing detail as well. So it's going to give you a bit more dimension to your projects. And to go with them, we have some Bumblebee trinkets. Very exciting. Love bumblebees. I do miss the old Bumblebee set that we used to have, do you remember? So very excited that we've got these. Okay, and what I actually really like about them is they're flat on the back. So the we've just had ladybug trinkets. They weren't flat on the back, and I struggled to stick them down. With these, you'll just be able to put a glue dot on the back and they will stick perfectly because they are flat. Yay! So that's that set, and as I said, I'm going to keep that stamp out because I just want to show you, or when I say show you, I want to show me. I'm so looking forward to playing with it and getting it inked up. Right, next up, 2 stamp sets. So Party Puffins I ordered. Aren't they cute? There's a little dancing puffin. Really sweet, and I like the cake as well. I'm going to be looking forward to blending that in. So that is a cling stamp set that is going to be standalone in the new catalogue. And Prince and Princess. So this is a host set. Host sets aren't available under normal orders, so you can't just put the code in and order this set. You need to spend over £150 to be eligible for this stamp set. That doesn't mean just you. You can come in with a group of friends and you can put in an order for £150 and get this, then be able to order this stamp set. Or you can host a party. So at the moment, I'm struggling to do face-to-face parties because of current restrictions, but I am still doing virtual parties and things like that, and you can book me for those. And if the people on your party pop in orders, as soon as they go over £150, you'll be eligible for this set. And I love it. I love the rose lilies at the bottom down here. I think she's going to look lovely with her little crown on, the same as I think he's going to look really handsome with his crown on. I just think it's really nice. Oh, look, they've done the same. Oh, yes, I'm hoping this is a new thing because I just really, really like it. And it means I can get rid of these. I'm always getting fed up of having these in, and it's just going to be so much easier to keep my stamp sets. So I'm really hoping that just sticks around. I'm very happy about it. So there you go. That is my pre-order haul. So let me just grab a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I am going to take the Pale Papaya, I think. And am I going to play with Fresh Freesia? Yeah, those two go quite nicely together, don't they, for my pansies. I'm really so excited about these. So which ones am I playing with? I'm going to play with this one down here. I think it's quite cute. And that one, and I also want that, so that must be on that one, is it? Yeah, just there. Right, let's get some blocks, and hopefully I'm going to get this right. Bear in mind I haven't played with this, so this could go very wrong, but I'm hoping it's going to go right. Let's grab I'm going to take a pick tool. Actually, I'll show you what I do with my new stamps and my new inks, because I saw this idea by another demonstrator and I fell in love with it because I really did struggle with my ink pads. Well, not my ink pads, my refills. So let me explain. At the bottom here, you've seen me do this a million times. You have got labels. So this one here says Pale Papaya, like that. So I'm just going to whip that off and pop it on the front. Then when it goes into my ink pad storage like that, I will be able to see which colour it is. When I open it up to use it, you'll notice you have this gap just here. So what I'm going to do is, you've got another label on the bottom. Be careful here you don't get your fingers in if you already opened it like I have, because I'm daft. Okay, and you can take off the label that has got no writing on, and you can drop this in here, so that when you're actually using them on your table, you can see which colour is which. It doesn't matter with Pale Papaya, but when you've got 3 or 4 dark colours open, you actually can't tell the difference between the two, so having that there is quite a good idea. Then you'll notice there's still 3 labels left. So one of them is in French, one of them I think is in German, and this one down here which is in Mandarin or Japanese or something. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with languages, I don't know which one it is. So I'm going to grab the symboled one. I do think it's Japanese actually. And what I do with this is I take my refill ink. Now I can't see this when it goes onto my storage, because my storage is a tray. I can't see this label. So what I actually do is I take this colour. It's not going to show it very well because I've chosen a very pale colour to do it with, but I just wrap this around the lid like that. And stick it around the top. That way, when it goes into my tray, if I'm looking quickly, I can see the colour from the lid and I don't have to keep picking each colour up to see which colour is in it. So there's a little tip for you. Right. Pale Papaya for the background of my pansy. Let's pop my pansy there. Ooh. I do, it's got texture in it anyway. You don't need to really do much more. It has texture in it. And then Fresh Freesia. So don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit through me popping the labels on all of my inks. I will do them afterwards. No problems with that. So I'm going to load this one up with Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to go over the top of that. It's very easy when it's a clear stamp to see straight through. And then I'm also going to take that just there, line it up and pop it down. So there is my pansy. Now I reckon I can do this with the same colour. So let me take the Fresh Freesia off. Let me grab some scrap paper and Pale Papaya. Off stamp it there lightly and then stamp it onto your paper, so it's a lot lighter than what it was before, and then stamp this one straight over the top, so it should actually come out then a lot darker. And then in with the center, you see. Not sure which one I prefer the best, but it means I've got 2 different ones on here with the same sort of colour scheme, and you can actually build your whole little sort of patch of pansies, which is just going to be great, isn't it? It's going to so be like Alice in Wonderland. And then we've got the leaves as well, which you can do the exact same thing with. So let's have a look at the leaves. That one and that one, for instance. And let's grab some more of the new colours. So for these ones, let's grab Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. I'm not going to make a card. I'm literally just showing you how this works because in case you haven't noticed how excited I am, I want to play. My pre-order came this week while I was working. I've been working from home, but it's been really busy. And so I've literally just been looking at the box like, oh, I want to go in and I want to get the pansies out. And I've been really good. But today is first thing on a Saturday morning and I am finally getting to play. So I'm going to start with a soft succulent, which is the lighter version. And I'm just going to ink that up. And I can tell you right now, just from looking at the stamp, it's distinctive. So you don't even really have to do much more. It's already got its texture in there. But I'm going to grab Evening Evergreen anyway. And I'm going to use a skeleton bit that just goes on the top. And I'm going to line that up and drop it down. How cool is that? So you could just do it by one stamp because it still looked effective, or you could do the two and you get an extra cool 3D looking leaf. Do you know what I've just noticed? I haven't got my main light on. Has that made a bit of difference? I hope this video hasn't been too dark, but yeah, there you go. I love it. So this might be one of my main features on my channel. Okay, if you do want one of the catalogues, as I've said, please do get in touch. I will pop one in the post to you. They are free of charge. The reason why I don't send them out to everyone who has had one previously is because, you know, postage costs. I don't know if you still want them if you haven't ordered recently, so I only send them out straight out to the people who've ordered in the last 6 months. If you haven't, let me know. I'll pop a catalogue in the post. On top of that, the details will be in the catalogue for both the paper share and the colour club, but you can message me separately for my prices and details on those, and they will be over on my Instagram page and my Facebook page, which you can find me at Slim and Stylish. So, thank you for joining me today. I will see you all soon. Have a lovely day. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.